This is Common Sense. I'm William Ferguson, and I got to watch most of the Cpac speech that the president gave today, and it was a very uplifting, very motivating, positive speech. He went through some of the things that he has accomplished. Most of them were campaign promises, and he fulfilled them. In fact, he's fulfilled more than just his campaign promises. So he is doing really good in that arena. Now, he also talked about the safety of the children at schools, which really, at this point in time, it needs to be addressed. There needs to be some kind of security in these schools if we have lunatics running around wanting to kill people. I went over it last video, and yeah, it's ridiculous. We need better security in our schools. He talked about building the wall, and he said he would build the wall. It will get done, which is a good thing. But I still, the media is still getting down on him as though he is some sort of evil, demon-possessed human being that is trying to destroy the United States. And yet it was Barack Obama that was trying to destroy the United States. We are an independent, sovereign country. We are the United States. We are not the United World. Our tradition and our background is that of work. We have worked to get to where we are in this country. We fought. We fought the English in order to gain the freedom from the English. And once we gained the freedom from the English, then we had to come up with a set of laws that would run the country, i.e. the Constitution. So the Constitution was written, and we had the basic laws set out, and those basic laws are parallel to God's laws. They are not laws of throwing 3 sheets to the wind, okay? They are laws of morals, of integrities, of security of the people, of checks and balances, so that the political side of the society cannot or should not be able to get away with anything illegal. And when they wrote it to be illegal, such as search and seizure, firearms and such like that, they thought it out. And they didn't want the government in the lives of the people. The Democrats want to be in your life. They want to tell you what to do. They want to take from you everything they can. They want to be in control of your life. Now, why they want to be that way, I don't know, because that's not what this country is about. It's not what the Constitution is based on. The Constitution is based on independence. Not only this country from England, but the independence of each and every person in this country to have rights, such as freedom of speech, freedom to possess firearms, to protect one's self and one's possessions, the right from the freedom of illegal search and seizure, so that the cops can't just walk into your house and take what they want. The right to the Fifth Amendment, to not testify because it could incriminate you. There are rights that we have in the Bill of Rights and the Constitution to protect us, not the government. Now, I also, and it kind of really, it bothers me, but then it doesn't. Because of the way the mainstream media has been behaving and the way the influence that they have on the people has been showing by these protests against President Trump and things like that that have been going on, these Antifa things, these Black Lives Matter garbage. It doesn't surprise me that after the passing of Billy Graham, there were people that were cussing him, saying he was evil. It was time that he died, and that he was probably burning in hell. Well, no, he's not. He was a man that was a servant to God. And God is the one that gave us this country. He gave us the freedoms of this country. Because if the Bible wouldn't have been written, our Constitution wouldn't have been written either. Because our Constitution is based on the moral values of the Bible. Now, see this influence. They are influencing young people to believe that evil is the path to take. I heard today, and this was ridiculous, there was a college that they don't want to hear the word man. Not mankind, not the mailman, no man. You cannot say man. That's ridiculous. Because mankind is all human beings. Man and woman. So if they want to take out man, then you can't say woman either. Because it has man in it. And it's ridiculous because there are only two sexes. I don't care what you say. There are only two sexes, man and woman. That's all. No more. Okay? If you transgendered from male to female, you're still a male. You are not a female. If you are to take a chromosome test and check your chromosomes, you will not have the chromosomes of a female. You will have the chromosomes of a male. It's the way it is. You are either born a male, period, or you are born a female, period. And the lies the parents obviously are teaching these children are, well, if you're going to act like a little girl, well, then I think we should have a transgender operation and make you a little girl. Okay, by the time this kid is 18 years old, he's dead. Because he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know who to identify as. And he's so confused he can't take life anymore. So he's gone. And then the parents say, oh, well, he wasn't. No, he was good. He was happy and all the rest of that. We don't know what happened. I do. The parents said, go ahead and transgender him. That's wrong. It is wrong. Gay, lesbian, transgender, transvestite, whatever it is. If it's not monogamous, it's wrong. It is wrong. Two men can't make a baby. Two women can't make a baby. A man transgendered into a woman can't make a baby. You can't, no. There are man and there are woman. That's all. Only. Period. Now, if you're unhappy with who you are and you want to go ahead and change who you are, well, you're going to have to answer to God when He asks you why. You were made that way. I made you to be made that way. You don't like me? Of course, there are a lot of people on this earth, especially in this country that I know of, that don't like God. They don't want to recognize that He exists. They don't want to have to admit they have done wrong, that they are sinners, and have to seek forgiveness of their wrongdoings to God. They don't want it. But there are those that I think there still has to be those that are questioning, what is it? Why are there people that have such evenly good lives? They're peaceful, they're sound in their living, they don't have bills coming out the wazoo, their families are together, tightly knit, they have help when they need help. Where does that come from? It comes from mostly the church. Because going to church, it's not just going to church. Going to church and having somebody in that church see you around town, now you have to be held accountable for your actions, which helps you live a more godly life. It helps. So, all the good that is going on right now, and all the good that was with Billy Graham, and with those who believe, is being, just as the Bible says, it's being hated. People hate it. If you don't know God, then you hate it. If you haven't accepted the mercy of forgiveness from God through Jesus and have the Holy Spirit living in you, then there's hatred. And that's all. Because you have only two choices, good and evil. If you're not good, which the Bible explains what good is, then you're evil. And that's all. And that is all. And you cannot tell me that there was some big bang, okay? No. No. There's no common sense to that whatsoever. So, that's what I got for this time. And please pray for the president, the vice president, and all the people that are around them, that they will help hold them up, keep their moral integrity intact and strong. And pray for those who have lost loved ones. And that's all I got. So, I'm William Ferguson for Common Sense.